So what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to talk a little bit about who is your customer. And Martin and Orla actually touched on this and the importance of knowing who your customer is. So look, we all know, how important it is to understand your customer, whether it comes to your customer acquisition, your conversion, or your retention strategies. Knowing your customer is really important. But I suppose what we'd like to challenge you a little bit today is, do you really know who your customer is? And we would probably imagine that hopefully over the last couple of years, your customer base has probably changed quite dramatically, because hopefully you've had an awful lot more online shoppers come on board. And to be honest, even talking to a lot of the retailers, we know you've been kind of so busy just managing those customers that maybe now they've settled down a little bit, now is a good time to take a step back and actually go, God, do we actually know who these customers are? Do we know what motivates them? Why are they coming purchasing with you? So what's motivating them to purchase with you? What type of marketing messages they want to receive? When do they want to receive them? How do they want to receive them? So now we think is actually kind of a good time, now that the dust has settled a little bit, to maybe take a step back and really think about who is your customer. So one way of doing this is through buyer personas. Now, before I get into the detail of buyer personas, we kind of do want to stress that we don't think buyer personas are the be-all and end-all of the customer journey. There's lots of factors that come into what motivates a person to purchase. But even just for the purpose of today, as Orla was saying, we kind of want you to step into your customer's shoes. A good way of doing that, because we all kind of think like retailers, so we kind of want you today to think a little bit more like a customer. And a good way of doing that, or a good exercise around that, is thinking about your buyer persona. And really thinking about, well, what motivates that person, what type of marketing channels they want to use, what type of messages they want to receive. So look, what is a buyer persona? It is a fictional, generalized character developed to represent your ideal target market. And for most of you, you'll probably actually need multiple buyer personas. But the idea, so you can kind of see there's an example here of a buyer persona, and we're really talking about some of their demographics, but also what are their challenges, what are their motivation, what their lifestyle is like. So that's just kind of an example of a buyer persona, but I have another one further on. So look, what's the benefit personas? I'd say, to be honest, these are more, what are the benefits of knowing who your customer is? And look, a lot of this you'd probably know already, but so I'm going to go through them quite briefly. But by knowing your customer, you're going to get more targeted ad spend. So particularly at the moment, rising acquisition costs, you want a good return on investment. So you want to know where you're spending your money. Are you spending it in the right place? Are you getting the right return on investment? Prioritizing your marketing channels. Again, there's so many channels out there, whether it's your digital marketing, your social media, even your traditional, like your print, your radio, your TV. And all of these channels require time, money, and resources. So where are your customers? Are they on Facebook? Are they on TikTok? Are they on Pinterest? Where are they? And so that you're actually maximizing your opportunities, because we all know we're all busy. You can't be on every channel all the time. So it's really important that you hone into those channels and that where your target markets are. Knowing your customers will ensure that your content is more engaging. So like if you're a pharmacy market and your ideal target market is working mothers, then around August, heading back to school, you're going to send them an email with the Tangle teasers and the knit spray and the vitamin D and all the content that's going to engage those parents before the kids go back to school. Another reason why it's good to do personas is even just thinking about the products that you purchase. So if you have an idea of a particular target market, there might be a hero product that would actually really appeal to that target market. So it's good when you're actually even in the buying process to think about who your customers are. And then when it comes to promotions, what type of promotions you run. Are people motivated by discount? Are they motivated by free shipping? Is it a free gift? What's going to motivate them? And again, even down to the timings of your promotions, midweek, weekends. When's your target market more likely to be shopping? Is it the evening time when they're sitting with a glass of wine? Is it the morning? When are your people shopping? Again, and Shane's going to talk about this a little bit later, but providing that superior customer service. Again, knowing your customers. So if there's an issue with an order, do you use online chat? Do you call them? Do you email them? Do you direct message them? How are you actually engaging with them? And I think that sometimes is a little bit of a generational thing. Like I know if I needed to contact my nieces or nephews, if I ring them, they're not going to answer the phone. They're going to text me and say, why are you looking for me? But if you're looking for my mother, you're only going to get her on the mobile. So it's kind of thinking from a generational point of view as well. How are you engaging with your customers? And again, loyalty. Now, Orla's going to talk about loyalty later on today. But again, the importance of knowing, why are your shoppers with you? Is it because you offer discounts? Is it convenience? You offer really good click and collect. Is it the fact that you offer really good sustainability practices and they really like your packaging? Or is it a case that you create a really good sense of community and they kind of like to be part of that community? So just really trying to understand your customers. So what I've done is, so how to develop a buyer persona. Look, we could probably spend a whole day on this, and I know there are workshops that go on all day about this, but you really start with your broad buyer persona. So say if you're a shoe shop, you've got ladies, gents, kids, so you might start with your ladies, and you might think, okay, an ideal target market is that mid-20s, early 30s, high disposable income. They're looking for fashion. They're looking to keep up with latest trends, probably willing to spend a bit of money. You might have the working mom. She's looking for stylish but comfortable because she's on her feet a lot. She's probably not spent up as much with the trends, but she's also looking for good deals with her children's shoes. So you kind of start thinking about your different targets and start breaking it down. But think about your ideal target markets. Not everybody's going to be your ideal target market. And a really good way of doing this is just research your customer base. And you have a lot of this information in front of you. Like, talking to your salespeople, who's coming into the shop? Why are they coming into the shop? And kind of try and profile them that way. And your customer service team, I think a lot of people kind of forget about that. The people who are on the phone calling the people who've made the orders, talk to those about, who's calling, what's motivating them, the type of questions they're asking. Obviously, then you've got your Google Analytics and your AB Commerce Analytics. So as much information as you can use to build up your profiles. And then look, there's loads of templates on the internet where you can actually build your personas. We've just built one today, just to give you an example. We've got Sean. He's in Galway. He works in insurance. He's married with 3 kids. He likes sports, running, and travel and current affairs. But when we get to his lifestyle, he likes to look stylish, but he doesn't follow trends. He looks up to sports figures. He values community friendships. He's probably involved in the sports groups. And he's loyal to only 2 or 3 brands. He's not loyal to lots of brands. Some of the challenges he might have are finding footwear that's stylish and comfortable. He's a limited income to spend on designer labels, and he's quite time poor. And then we're getting into things like the preferred channels. So we know he likes sports, so he follows sports people. He's probably on Twitter and Facebook. He listens to podcasts, and that's probably something that kind of hear an awful lot more advertising on podcasts. He watches sports events. He reads newspapers online. And because he works in insurance, he's flooded with emails. He'll really only engage with an engaging, personalised email. He's not going to read the March offers emails. He's going to really want something a little bit more personalised than that. When it comes then to the content, where is he getting his content? It's Twitter, Facebook, podcasts, blog posts, and as I say, the personalised emails.